Hello, welcome back to the Star Wars Collection, another episode. This one concentrating just on the DVD releases, and if we have enough time, a little special edition, which I'll get to in the next episode if I don't do it in this one, but it is a good one. So, Star Wars on DVD, we've only really seen, talking about not the different releases that they've had over the years, because there's probably been about five, but there's actually been one true release of the six films, which is their original DVD premiere. So for episode one, you've got this one, which came out in 2001, which was a full year after the VHS, Laserdisc, and VCD release. The reason for this is that they were actually finishing some scenes on the DVD for the deleted scenes. They wanted to sort of spruce them up to film quality so they could be showcased. Now, these films, most of the fans out there have taken and created extended versions of the Phantom Menace, inserting these films back, these scenes, sorry, back into where they should be, and that's what that disc is, the extended cut, and there's about another 15 to 20 minutes extra added on. And that's what the inside looks like on a Phantom Menace, which has a very cool shot of Darth Maul and then his face. Now, in my particular sets, I've actually placed the Blu-ray version of the Phantom Menace in with the films. So here is where the bonus feature disc would be. You'll see that in a future episode when I go through my Blu-ray set, because I put all my bonus feature discs in the complete saga. So it's just full of extras, that is. So that's the Phantom Menace. And then we've got, in 2002, now, this came out directly with the VHS. Attack of the Clones, Episode 2. The only thing is, though, the VHS and the VCD had a feature on it that this one did not include. Probably they wanted still people to buy VHS and perhaps even buy VCD, and so they included that and not included on here. But again, you get DVD deleted scenes that are up to the film quality, spruced up to the way the film looks, and again, fans have gone into it and inserted them back in and created an alternate cut of the film, a longer cut of the film. There's the artwork from within inside. Get a nice shot of stormtroopers there. And again, I've taken the artwork from, or the disc from the Blu-ray, but that's the inner one from that side. Now, each DVD of the prequel trilogy had an extra big documentary on it, and on the Phantom Menace there was an hour-long one, charting the making of it from the writing process right up to release. And in Attack of the Clones, they didn't have that actually. They had two features that sort of went behind the visualization process of computer graphics, because the films were being made digitally now, and pre-Viz was being sort of coming in a big way in 2002, and it was kind of like the first film. And then Episode 3 was completely shot digitally, and so the extra hour featurette on this disc is actually from a single minute of film, and they tell you everything about that process. So it kind of goes back to the Episode 1 documentary, where you actually really get to see some good behind the scenes stuff. I mean, Episode 2's good behind the scenes stuff are just as fine, but you kind of feel like that you're missing out on other areas of the filmmaking process. Again, deleted scenes on here that they re-edited and put back on the disc here. It's basically, they just finished off the CGI work, really, and then processed the film. And again, there's a cut, the extended version of that, and that's what the inner case looks like. Sadly, the VHS version of this, the Americans never saw, but us British people did see. Nice shot of Mustafar on the case, and the The artwork for the cover is actually quite nice when you look at it, when you sort of pull it out and have a look at it. They have done a good job of actually creating artwork for all of the DVDs, inner and outer casings. Put that sucker back in there. And move on to now the original trilogy, which sadly did not receive the same treatment as the prequel trilogy. So it's kind of weird because a lot of people enjoy the originals more so than the prequels, but the prequels have got all the best extras, and these three sadly have only got commentaries and then altered versions of the special edition, which annoyed people again. So first off, we've got A New Hope, and it's been THX'd back up, and it looks pretty good, to be honest. The transfer of the film is actually from the 1997 special edition. They used that version, and then they inserted and changed a few minor things, and what they actually did to it, excuse me, was created the high definition versions back in 2004, and it's of the 1997 prints, the theatrical prints for the special edition, but it's the down converted versions that are on here. That's why they look so good, because they're actually copies of the Blu-ray but have been down converted. So effectively people already have got a nice copy of the Star Wars trilogy on kind of like a Blu-ray-ish. If you upscale it back up, you won't get the full high definition experience, but you will get the close enough version if you use the 2004 DVD set. And again, no 2-disc sets. The second disc that I put in there is from the Blu-ray, because I like to have the different versions together. So Empire Strikes Back Episode 4, and you can tell with the style of the font here, using the V, the Roman numerals, it goes back to that 2000 set on VHS. And again, inside, pretty much the same thing. You've got the little sheet with the chapter information on there, and you've got the film disc, and that's what would have been it. I've placed the Blu-ray version in as well, so this is like the Empire Strikes Back pack, you know. And then finally we have Return of the Jedi, which I must say is one of my favourite Star Wars films. I just grew up with this, watching it on the TV. I was too young to see it in the cinema, although I could have if somebody had taken me, but too young to go on my own. Opening it up, it's got some really nice artwork from Concept Drawings, as does the Empire Strikes Back actually, which I will quickly show you when I get through that, because the original case I had to change because it's, you know, I used the 2-disc, but that's the inner shot for Empire Strikes Back. And really quickly show you A New Hope as a last one, and that's the New Hope inner drawing. So that's the DVDs. Haven't got time for that special rare one, but I'm going to start with that on the next video. Tune in, because it's a nice rare little piece that to see. But that's it for this episode. Take care, and I'll see you in the future. Bye.